Hi everyone, my name is Mark Deere, and in today's video I wanted to talk about Back to the Future. It's funny because I saw Back to the Future the other day at the movies with my kids. It was playing at the movies for its anniversary, I guess. And it was interesting because I've probably seen Back to the Future, I don't know, a lot of times, 50 times maybe, I don't know, a lot of times. I couldn't tell you, so many times, more than I can count. And watching it at the movies with my kids, and maybe it's where I'm at in my life right now, but it was like the ending, seeing it, it was like I saw the ending for the first time. Because I've never gotten to the ending and thought about the parents. And for the first time, I was like, oh my God, like this is not about Marty growing. This movie is about the parents growing, right? And I don't think, maybe I was too young, or maybe just I'm at a point in my life where I'm realizing this now, but yeah, like the parents are the ones who grow. It's the parents. At the end when they're rich, I always used to be like, of course they're rich now because, he sold a book. And, thought about it on a surface level. But I actually realized like the reason they're rich was literally because they are open to new experiences now, Looking at this, their journey, and there's probably someone who's analysed this on YouTube already, but I just was thinking about it because it blew my mind, was that the parents at the beginning of the movie, like the mum's like, oh, can't do that. And she got with Marty's dad. If you've never seen the movie, you can ignore this video, but go watch it. But she got with Marty's dad because he was perving on her and her dad hit him with the car and then he was in the house and it was just who arrived in front of her and they ended up together. And at the end of the movie, they chose each other. It was proactive, like originally George was on the fence and then, he got convinced in a dumb way by Marty, like acting like a spaceman and stuff. But he had to ultimately make a decision when stuff, which it was way darker than I thought too. Maybe seeing it on the big screen just made it like, wow, I can't believe this is in a movie. But when Biff is like trying to do stuff with Marty's mum, it's like Lorraine, he has to make a decision and it's to do the right thing. He's being proactive, he's doing what's right. And then at the end when someone tries to say him, like he has to choose to be confident. He has to choose to put himself out there. And I think I just never thought about the parents. Like Marty just has to get back. Like the plot is so, in retrospect, the plot is nothing, but the growth of the parents, that they go from being kind of poor, downtrodden, like the dad's getting walked over by Biff, doing his stuff for him, to him not taking any crap from Biff because he knows what he's worth, The growth of the parents in that movie, mind-blowing. And that movie's probably always been in my top 10 films, And this is without even realizing this. I realize now, like, it's masterful. It's masterful. I think, like, yeah, the lesson of the parents, because I was always, and I've talked about this in other videos, like I saw Marty get in the truck, I'm like, oh God, now he's got that truck. I think I had a thing, being raised poor and with a scarcity mindset, like, I couldn't just be like, oh my God, now he's got the truck. I never enjoyed that he had the expensive car of his own, like, and now I totally get it, because the parents were open to it. He helped them realize that it's how they think about things that affects whether they get what they want or not. It's how they think about it. Do they think they're going to get it? Then they get it. Profound message, man. And I've been reading a bit of stuff about manifestation and this sort of stuff. Like it's very woo-woo. I've talked about it in other videos, but it's like this is there, man. This is in that. It's part of it. And I think like, yeah, anybody who's really rich seems to always say like, oh, I'm not special. I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. Like, I'm not smarter than anybody else. I'm not better than anybody else. I just, realized that I can have whatever I want if I just ask for it. I think that's the parents. They just asked for it. They just wanted something more. Instead of accepting what they were given, they asked for something more, Candice said this to me the other day. She said, it's crazy, but my whole life I've always been like, yeah, I have enough. And there's a really famous quote. It's in some book. There's a book. It's a kid's book. And it's called The Fate of Fausto. And it's a really great book on its own right. I could do a whole video about that book. But written by Oliver Jeffers, I think. But at the end, he does a quote. And he writes about, and it's the guy who'd written Catch-22 and somebody else who wrote some other like garbagey book, like they met each other. And somebody said to him like, oh, how does it feel knowing that guy made, $100 million off his crappy, pulpy novel and you've hardly made anything off writing Catch-22? And the guy who wrote Catch-22 said, I have something that he's never going to have and that's enough, And, you read that with the worldview I used to have and it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're not rich because you made a good piece of art, But now I realize, no, I don't agree with that anymore. Like, it's what do you want? What do you want? And what's stopping you from taking what you want? Like, what's stopping you from choosing to go after what you want? Like, You choose success. Whatever you think you're going to get, you're going to get, right? This is what I'm starting to realize. When I'm always going, oh, I probably won't get that. Of course you won't. That's what you're saying you're going to get, right? And I think, yeah, like looking at those parents when they decided, I want you, you are someone who's going to do things. You are someone who's going to make this work. It's profound. And so them being rich at the end, of course they are. Because they expected to be. And I think that's the whole idea. It's the whole idea of all of that stuff is like you are prosperous if you are prosperous. Like you see people who, I don't know if this will help people, but this is an analogy worth thinking about. You'll often see movies or shows, oh, it's raining. You'll often see movies or shows where someone's been rich and they lose everything, and then they go through the movie and then by the end of the movie they're rich again. And you'll see other movies about people who are poor, they go through their whole life still poor, And I think what happens is you'll hear these rich people, like wealthy people, and they'll say, I lost everything 4 times. It's like 4 times? Like, the poor person thinks, I never had anything. Like, and you had everything, lost it, had everything, lost it. The difference is this, the poor person never expected anything more than being poor. And so they just accept it and go, it's enough. Whereas the rich person is like, well, I expect to have a lot of money. So they might lose everything, but very quickly they figure out a way to get this again because this is what they expect. So if you expect to have what you want, if you expect to get what you want, you'll get it. But if you expect to never get anything, if you expect to never get more than you've got now, you'll never get it. And that's the thing. Kenny said to me the other day, she's like, my whole life I thought I had enough. Like this quote in The Fate of Fousteau, enough. And I was satisfied with what I had, But for the first time in my life, I don't have enough. I'm not satisfied. I want more. And I want what I want, and I'm going to get what I want. And I completely agree with her. And this was before we saw Back to the Future at the movies. And it's like, perfect example. Like, why can't you want more? Like, I think if you want it, it's like whenever I've started a project, like the universe just works out and makes the project happen. I think I've just never wanted more. I've just always accepted like, yeah, I'll probably never succeed at that. Yeah, I'll probably never. It's like, if you just want it, people will help you. People want to help you, right? And I've gotten help from people and it's amazing. It's, oh my God, all you have to do is want it and people start helping you. This is amazing. So yeah, so if you feel like you don't have enough or you feel like you think you have enough now, but then really stop and think like, is that all you want? Or is there something you want more? What do you really want? And I think if you can pin down what you want, go for it. Nothing's going to stop you getting it. That's how I feel now. And watching Back to the Future, it's a new lesson from that movie for me. But yeah, I feel like it was just a lesson on film. And I love film. I love movies because they can teach us things about what it means to be a human. And this was just the first time. It was just mind-blowing. How have I watched that movie so many times and never understood or took that message from the movie. So loved it. Go watch it again if you haven't seen it recently. I thought it was excellent. And yeah, it was great talking to you guys today. This is a probably good, this fits in with the other movies I've made in my 100 movies in 100 days, talking about, being a failed filmmaker. It's like, well, maybe that won't be the case. I mean, I've talked about that ad infinitum on other videos, but yeah, in the doco, it's going to be so good. I'm really, really pumped for the doco. So anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, if you aren't already subscribed, subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments on this. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.